few minutes ago, I showed you the 4 lines of defense by your immune system against any viral infections, including coronavirus. I have put them on the board already for you one more time. The first line of defense is tissue macrophages. The second line of defense is a neutrophil invasion. The third line of defense is monocyte invasion. And the fourth line of defense is increased production of white blood cells by the bone marrow. Right now I'm going to show you how, by following the rule of 10, you can boost the function of every single line of defense by your immune system. Let's see what are those 10 important things that you could do and you should do. Okay, number 1 is rest. Definitely this is a must for any sick people. Number 2, you can have lots of warm liquids. Okay, those are the basically 2 general guidance, for any sick people. To boost the function of tissue macrophages, remember tissue macrophages, they do the first line of defense. Remember, those white blood cells, tissue macrophages, neutrophil, monocytes, or other white blood cells, they are live, basically organs, and they need nutrients to function better. It is interesting to know that tissue macrophages, they need 2 important nutrients to fight infection. The most important nutrient required by tissue macrophages is vitamin D. Probably vitamin D is the most important nutrient in general for immune system. So tissue macrophages, they need lots of vitamin D to do better job to fight viral infections, including coronavirus. And in here, we're gonna need a little bit higher dose of vitamin D, and you can go with somewhere around 10,000 IU a day. And if you are traveling to those areas that basically they have been affected with those coronavirus infection, what I suggest is this: if it's possible, you could go with vitamin D injections. Vitamin injections come in different forms: 300,000 IU, 400,000, and even 600,000 IU. Imagine you are traveling to China, and now, well, you can have 1 vitamin D shots. Then you don't have to take 10,000 IU a day. And if you don't have access to vitamin D injections, definitely you can load up on your vitamin D in pill form or in the form of drops, 10,000 IU a day. The second important nutrient that tissue macrophages, they need to fight infection is zinc. Definitely you have to provide enough zinc to your body to help tissue macrophages. Zinc, you're gonna need about 50 to 100 milligrams a day. Now let's go to the second line of defense. How are we going to boost the function of neutrophils? Because neutrophils are the one basically are responsible for the second line of defense. To boost the function of neutrophils, you need to do 3 important things. I'm going to put in here. One of the most important things you could do to boost the function of neutrophil is this: avoid sugars. Okay, remember, sugars and sweets, any refined carbohydrates, they lower the function of neutrophils. Remember, neutrophils, they make 62% of your white blood cells. So if you're having lots of sugars and sweets, I'm afraid you're gonna weaken the neutrophils. By avoiding any sugars and sweets, definitely you are giving a big boost to neutrophils to function better. Again, neutrophils, to fight infection, they need a unique nutrient, and I'm sure you have heard about it: vitamin C. Yes, vitamin C can boost the function of neutrophil to fight any inflammation, any viral infection, any bacterial infection. Okay, so in here, you're gonna need vitamin C a little bit higher doses. I'm gonna put in here, you need 3,000 milligrams a day. You need another nutrient to boost the function of a neutrophil. Actually, the nutrient I'm gonna put in here is flavonoid. Okay, flavonoids, they are phytonutrients. Basically, they are nutrients that they are extracted from plants. Flavonoids, they enhance the function of vitamin C, and vitamin C is going to enhance the function of neutrophils. So if you are going to take vitamin C for any viral infection or bacterial infection, definitely we suggest you mix it with flavonoids. And flavonoids, you can take anywhere over 200 milligrams a day. Now, how are we going to boost the function of monocyte invasion? You remember from the beginning of this basically topic that monocytes are basically, they go to the infected area, they transform to tissue macrophages. So to boost the function of monocyte, definitely you need vitamin D, which is already there. Okay, now how are we going to boost the function of bone marrow to produce more white blood cells? Remember, increased production of white blood cells by your bone marrow is the first line of defense. Your bone marrow is gonna need actually 3 key nutrients to produce more white blood cells. What are those 3 nutrients? Vitamin A. Yes, your bone marrow is gonna need lots of vitamin A during those times that you are sick to produce more white blood cells. And you can take vitamin A anywhere between 10,000 to 20,000 IU per day. The second nutrient that the bone marrow is gonna need to produce more white blood cell is vitamin E. You can go definitely with 800 IU a day, and you need another nutrient, you know, to support the body, to support the bone marrow to produce more white blood cell is vitamin B6, and you can go vitamin B6 with 100,000 milligrams a day. The doses that I suggested in here, they are for adults, and for children the doses definitely they have to be adjusted. Now you know how you can boost your immune system, how you can boost every single line of defense mechanism of your immune system against any viral infection. I really hope that you learned something interesting today, because we make science easy to understand. Now you know. If you don't want to miss our videos that we post on a regular basis on CAASN channel, you can subscribe to the CAASN channel on YouTube. To support us, you can share, like, or comment on this video. Until next time, stay safe, stay connected.